Hey you guys, so I am looking at doing homework problems for 9.6. This is 9.6, 8, 9, and 10. I think were the worst ones on there. So I know there was a glare on there. I'm just trying to get it so it focuses. Okay, so problem number 8. This is 9.6, number 8. Okay, so this one says we're standing on a footbridge that is 12 feet above the lake. So here's my triangle here. It says that this is 12 feet. I'm going to draw the triangle out here. So here, I'm standing on a bridge. This is 12 feet. Okay, you look down and you see a duck on the water. The duck is 7 feet away, so the duck here is 7 feet away from the footbridge. What is the angle of elevation from the duck to you? So angle of elevation means the duck right here. I'll draw a little duck. Here's my duck. So my duck here, while it's looking up, that's my angle of elevation. So this angle right here is, we don't know. We want to find the angle of elevation. So how much the duck is looking up. So, well, let's label all their sides first. I'm looking at this angle, so across this angle, this is my opposite side. So this is opposite. Across from my 90 degrees is my hypotenuse. And then this 7 is my adjacent side. Okay. So now we want to decide if I need to use tangent, inverse. Whenever it says find the angle, so it says the angle. I want to find the angle. I'm going to use either tangent inverse, sine inverse, or cosine inverse. Okay, well, tangent is opposite over adjacent, sine is opposite over hypotenuse, and cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So what do we have? Well, we have this side here, my opposite side, and we have the adjacent side. So let's see if I can get that glare out of there. So we're going to do, the only one that has opposite and adjacent here is tangent. My angle of elevation is going to be my tangent inverse, my opposite side, which is 12, over my adjacent side, which is 7. I'm going to stick that in my calculator. So I did have a few questions on how to put this in your calculator. I'm going to show you. Okay, so here on my calculator here, I have a shift button. Either we'll say shift or second, or on your phone, I'll say INV for inverse. So I'm going to hit shift, shift, and then I'm going to hit sine or cosine. So you'll hit second or sine and cosine or tangent. I'm going to hit tangent because that's what we're using. And it'll give me my tangent inverse. Again, if you're on your phone, you'll hit the INV and then you'll hit the tangent inverse button right there. Now I'm going to put 12 over 7. So it looks like that. Hit equals. Woo. I got 59.7. 59.7. So this is equal to 59.7 degrees. And that's what you would put in your little box there, and that would be correct. 59, let me make my point bigger, 0.7. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so now let's look at number 9. This is 9.6, number 9. Okay, so it says here is some stairs, and I actually built the stairs in my house, so I actually did this geometry on it to figure out what angle you have to build it up at, how many stairs you have to make, and so it's up to code, which is fun. Find the value of x for the stairs built. So these are called risers here, the up part, and the long part is called the tread. That's what you step on is the tread. So it says my riser to thread ratio is 7 to 11. So that means every riser is 7 inches tall and every tread is 11 inches wide. So then this is 7, this is 7, this is 11 down here, this is 11 up here. We want to look at this triangle right here. That's the triangle we're looking at. So to find this long length here, I have to add all my 11s together. I got to add this plus this plus this to get this total length here. So 11 plus 11 plus 11 equals 33. That's how long this is down here. Now to find how high it is, and this is a right angle, to find out how high it is, I gotta add all my heights together. So 7 plus 7 plus 7 is gonna equal 21. I got 7 plus 7 plus 7, that equals 21. Okay, so now I have my triangle. Here's my triangle. And it says this is 33, this is 21, and here's my x. Okay, we need to figure out x here. So same thing, I'm gonna label all my sides first. This is my opposite side. Across from my 90-degree angles is my hypotenuse, and then this is my adjacent side here. Okay, so I have my opposite and my adjacent side. So am I gonna use sine, cosine, or tangent on this one? Well, the only one that has opposite and adjacent is tangent. And we're going to use the inverse again because we're finding the angle. So x equals my tangent inverse of 21 over 33. Okay. So now I'm going to do tangent inverse of 21 over 33. And I get, again, this is how I put it in my calculator. You need to hit that shift or second button. I got 32.5. So it says round your answer to the nearest tenth, so that would be 32.5 would be my answer. Okay, so now for part, this is what I would put here. Here would be 32.5. It says now you want to build the stairs that are less steep. So we want an angle that is less than this guy. We want an angle that's less than this. So we need to decide which ones are less than that one. Well, we're going to try this 8 by 15. So here's my triangle here. That means on these stairs, instead of it being 7 inches tall, it is now 8 inches tall. So this is 8, this is 8, this is 8. And that this length here, my tread, instead of it being 11, it's now 15. So 15, 15, 15. My tread is 15. Okay, so now to get this length down here, I add 15 plus 15 plus 15 together, which is 45. And to get this height, I'm going to do 8 plus 8 plus 8. 8 plus 8 plus 8 is 24. So I have those. Here's my x. Again, this is still my opposite side. This is still my adjacent side. So we're going to do tangent inverse again to find this angle. So now x equals the tangent inverse of 24 over 45. Okay, I'm going to put that in my calculator. Tangent inverse of 24 over 45. Okay, so now I got a, 30, 40, right? Okay, now I got an angle that says 28.1. So that angle is less than 32.5. So that would be right. So this one right here would be the correct one. So let me clarify, the one that I marked is the 8 inches, 15 inches one. That is the correct answer. Okay, so let's move on to part C. So now part C says to find the answer, it says find the value of x for your stairs. Well, we already did that. We did the tangent. We found, let me move it over here, the tangent inverse of 24 over 45 equaled 28, if we round up, 0.1. And that's right in the glare. So this answer is just 28.1. That's what your answer would be. And you're done. So now I'm going to do number 10. Okay, so now on number 10, we're kind of putting everything we've learned together in 9.4, 9.5, and 9.6. So we're going to be finding angles and side lengths. Okay, so number 10 here, we have two triangles. Here is this angle here that we have is 41. We have this side and we have that side. So let me draw it out here so we can see it better. So it says this is 41 here, that angle right there is 41. And then this side length is 9, and this is 21 over here. And we have J, K, M, and L. No, hopefully you can see that. There you go. Okay. So now what we're wanting to do is first let's find this. We have this angle, and then this one has to be right angle because this other one is. So we want to find this angle here. That's what we're looking for, angle K. Or in this one, it calls it JKM. So this is angle JKM. Okay, so to find angle JKM, well, I know there are 180 degrees in a right triangle. There is 180 degrees in a right triangle, or in any triangle. So here I could do 180 minus 90 minus this guy right here, 41. I put that in my calculator. Type that and put something. 180 minus 90 minus 41. I get 49. So that is the angle of JKM, is 49. Okay, so now let's find the length of JK. So JK is this length right here. Okay, well, if I'm going to erase this. Make this a little bit more clear. Well, if I'm going to look at this angle, which is 41, you want to that look angle, let's label on my sides. This is my opposite side. This is my hypotenuse. And this 9 here is my adjacent side. Okay, well, I want to find this side here. So that side is going to be my hypotenuse, and I want to use my adjacent side because it has a number. So I have something with adjacent and hypotenuse, that is cosine. So here, I'm going to write it over here, cosine of my angle, which is 41, is equal to, we don't know what that side is, I'm going to call it x over 9. I can put this over 1 and cross multiply. So now I have 9 times x times 1, which is just x, equals 9 times cosine of 41. 9 times cosine of 41. I can just stick that in my calculator. 9 cosine 41. And I get 6.79. So it nears 10th, 6.8. This is 6.8. So JK now is 6.8. We got that one. Okay, so now next one, KM. KM is this length right here. We want to find that length right there. So again, if I had all my sides labeled, this was my opposite side, this was my hypotenuse, and the 9 is my adjacent side. So now I want to use my opposite side and my adjacent side. So to do that, you would do tangent. So I'm going to erase this over here. So now we're going to do tangent of my opposite side. We don't know. I'm going to call it, my angle, which is 41, equals my opposite side. I don't know, so we're going to call it y, over my adjacent side, which is 9. I put this over 1. I cross multiply. So here I got y times 1, which is y, equals 9 times tangent of 41. So I put that in my calculator, 9 times tangent of 41. I get 7.8. So y equals 7.8. Which was the km. That was side km. So 7.8 is km. Okay, I'm going to erase this whole thing so we can do the other triangle. Okay, so now we're going to be looking at this triangle here. We want to look at this one. I'm going to draw just that triangle over here. This is K, this is M, this is L. Okay, well, and you can't see my L. My L is way over here. L. Okay, so again, here we found this length already. We said KM was 7.8. We know that length. We found it with our other triangle. And then we have this one. This one's 21. Let's first focus on the angles. So the angles here, let's look at angle L. We want to solve for angle L. That's this last guy here. Okay, so angle L. I want to find this. I'm going to call this X. I want to find that. Now, let's label all our sides. Opposite of this angle, this is my opposite side. My hypotenuse is across from my right angle, so there's my hypotenuse. I don't know why today this is H. And then that leaves this last side as my adjacent side. Well, to find my angle, I want to use the two sides that have a number. So this side has a number, and this side has a number. Okay, so to find my angle L, it equals what has opposite and hypotenuse? Well, that's sine. So I'm going to use my sine inverse of opposite 7.8 over 21. So I'm going to stick that in my calculator. I got, okay, so after you put this in your calculator, you should get, where'd it go? 21.8. So I'm going to write it over here. Here, angle L is 21.8. Okay, so now the next one, let's do this other angle right here. We're missing this angle right here. Okay, well, that's not too bad to do. I know all the degrees in a triangle add up to 180. So I can do 180 minus my 90-degree angle minus my 21.8. I put that all in my calculator, and you should get 68.2. 68.2. So right here, this angle right here is 68.2. Okay, so for my last one here, we need to find the side ML. ML, this side here. So there's a couple ways you could do this. You can use the Pythagorean theorem because I have two sides and I'm just missing one. Or you can use or you could use tangent or cosine. Now I'm going to do cosine with this one. Okay, so I'm going to do cosine. We're going to look at this angle L here. We said was 21.8. And because I have the adjacent side and the hypotenuse side are the two I'm going to use. So I'm going to do cosine of my angle, which is 21.8, equals, we don't know what that is. I'm going to call it y, my adjacent side over my hypotenuse, which is 21. Okay, I put this over 1. I can cross multiply. So now I have y times 1 was just y equals 21 times cosine of 21.8. So now, since we rounded earlier, rounding might be off just a little bit. So 21 cosine 21.8. I get 19.5, but the real, and that's the answer. So we're good. So y equals 19.5. That was ML is 19.5. 5. And you're done. That was a long problem and you got through it. Good job. Woohoo.